welcome to my channel Life with Val. My name is Valencia and I take you guys through my journey of life, which is currently in London. So in today's video, I just wanted to share some things that I wish I knew before I actually moved to London. I don't know if it would change my decision per se, but I just think these are some things that are just nice to know so that you can, make a, I want to say holistic, a well-informed decision. My list is it short-ish? I don't know, but let's actually just get into it. So this one is, I'm just going to start with the hardest one to begin with. And that is just really considering what it is that you're giving up. So when you decide to relocate, I think if it's something that you want to do it. Something you're considering, do it. And if you have the means to do it, do it. But at the same time, you need to realize what it is that you're actually giving up. You're giving up your immediate community. You're giving up what it is that you're used to and what's familiar to you. Sometimes you're even giving up time spent with loved ones. Like you'll find yourself in a space where you're missing out on some people's life events, regular things like birthdays, graduations, and you need to be okay with the fact that you're just going to be there via video call. And that's even if you're called during that time. But also being on a video call and not being able to, really immerse yourself in the experience is something that's difficult. And I know, like, for example, it seems silly, but I had to go to my first Valentine's on my own and my first anniversary on my own. And that was just, oof, that really broke my heart. Because obviously these are things that are important to me and important to my relationship, and it's something that I was not able to be a part of. I've missed bridal showers, and it's not easy, and you can't also live your life for other people. So I'm not saying stay so that you're a part of these things, because things can happen or they might not happen. I'm not saying you will miss out on things. But it is just something that you need to consider, that sometimes you won't be a part of some memories. And yeah, having to navigate that has been tough. So I think that's good to know. The next point I wrote was foods. What did I want to say? The food here. The food here is different. I don't know. I want to say the food tastes fresher back home. Like here, something that's very off for me is meat. Even something like potatoes are different, like they're more yellow than white and fluffy. The food just tastes different, man. And like it's even gotten to the point, and I think, did I write it down here? I did. It's another point that I wrote. Even finding like your normal takeout places, the food is just not the same. And for someone like me who I'm a major foodie, coming to a place here and like where simple takeouts is just not the same. Like McDonald's fries are just not the ones, and I loved them. But yeah, the food is just, I just miss the freshness that I'm used to back home. And I've noticed that even when I have traveled to other countries, that the food there just tastes different. I don't know what it is about London, but in my experience, I've not had the best experience with food. I also haven't partaken in things like fine dining to say that, okay, when you eat at expensive places, you're gonna have a better experience. But as a foodie, I'm not living my best foodie life. I cook all the time. Back home, I used to, probably order in during the weekend, Fridays. Probably every Friday would be ordering, whereas here I make all my meals. It's hard for me to buy food because one, it's expensive, but two, it's just not gonna taste. It's not worth how much it costs. I don't know if I'm making sense. And on that note, I want to also speak about the fact that London is expensive. And it's not even a thing of like conversion. It's just really expensive to do things. So an example, let's say you could get a tray of meat. So let's say 6 pieces of meat, kind of, for £8, right? And a takeout would be like £12, and that would just be for one meal. Like, how does that make sense? And that doesn't even include delivery fees. So sometimes like I just want a burger and I end up having to pay £15 for something. Um, it's just expensive, and as much as I think when you start out as a CA and you compare the salary that you start off with here versus the salary that your peers are getting, you think you make more, but the cost of living here is so high, and this is even before inflation has hit us as much as it has. But I really find London to just be expensive, and sometimes it's like unnecessarily so. Like something like water is, I don't know the cost of water, but like water is expensive. And just when those basic things are as expensive as it is, I don't know, I guess I wish I just knew how expensive it really was, because that can also factor into, is it even worth coming over? Are you able to save? Are you able to invest? And if those are some of the goals that you have, realistically, I don't know if, well, starting out as a newly qualified, if that's something that you're going to be able to do. Which is also, it's not easy to admit, because it's easy to compare yourself to your peers and what are they doing and buying homes and stuff, and you're just not in that position because of how expensive it is here. But it's all about, I guess, what you want to get out of this experience. So it's not all bad. If I look at how I've spent my now 10 months in London, traveling has been so much cheaper and easier here, whereas back home it wouldn't have been as easy and as affordable. So it's really up to you in terms of what it is that you want from this experience. Medication. And I say I don't want to talk about this thing too much, but I feel like here they prescribe. I have not really been prescribed anything. 9 out of 10 times you are told just to take paracetamol. And I do think I've spoken about this in one of my videos. But COVID, tummy issues, flu, I've just been given paracetamol. And it's frustrating because obviously it's not going to fix everything. And I'm used to, I guess, maybe in South Africa they overprescribe, but you always get prescribed something to take. And I like it because then it works and I feel like I'm getting better. So what I did before I came was I packed medication from Saudi to bring here. Corenza C, no, ACC 200. I brought Rehydrate, Benelin for flu, Med Lemon, those type of things. Like, just, yeah, if I knew what I know now, I'd definitely pack more medication. They have Imodium here, but like I just come with the pharmacy, unless you want to take paracetamol the whole time. Again, purely based on my experience. One of this I didn't expect: hard water. So I don't know the complete sciences around this, and I'm not going to, speak on this like I know what it is. But all I know is that the water feels harder than it would in South Africa. Like that, it has a texture that's just hard, and apparently it's because there's just more minerals in the water. So when you wash your dishes, it leaves like a white residue from the droplets. Your shower gets dirty quicker, and sometimes, like, I don't drink just pure tap water, I have to filter it. Some people don't drink it at all, they buy water because it just has a taste. Sometimes it can make you sick because your body can't handle it. Other times you'll be fine. So before I got a filter, I was drinking tap water, but once I tasted how it tasted when it was filtered, I was like, no, should I really be putting this in my body? Maybe not. I've noticed like my skin loves the hard water, so like my skin has been quite clear and well behaved, but my hair has just been struggling. Like, it's curly, but it's not as curly as it used to be, and it's not as light. I think the chemicals chemicals in the water has been weighing it down a lot, so it's just not the same. Would this influence my decision? Probably not. I think I might have researched how to take care of my hair more with hard water. People have gotten like hair filters when it comes to drinking water, water filters, water jugs. There's something you can put in your dishwasher so that you don't get, it's called lime scale on your dishes and stuff. So there are ways to manage it. It's just something that I think I would have liked knowing that. This one, the weather. The weather here I know they tell you it's like cold and rainy and depressing, and it is those things. Um, and maybe I've just been blessed, but this was a nice summer where the sun was always shining. And okay, right now it's autumn and it is cold, but it's not as cold as I expected it to be. I think there were very few times in the winter where I was like, nah, dude, this is ridiculous. What they don't tell you though is how windy London can be. Like it's, and I think that's what makes it cold because it's just so windy sometimes. The rain is not, it's very rare that there's been a thunderstorm, again, touch wood. But the rain is just like a light drizzle and drizzling throughout the day type of thing. Not those thunderstorms that, well, I'm used to in Joburg, where like it just gets flooded vibes. But the weather is definitely bearable. I don't hate it, but I do stay home a lot more than I usually would. Also, with there not being as much sun during the winter time, you do, depending on like how you handle things and how your body handles sunlight, you might need to take vitamin D supplements just because you're not getting vitamin D from the sun anymore. So yeah, I knew that this would be a thing when I was moving here, so I considered getting it's called a SAD lamp, seasonal affective disorder lamp. So it kind of mimics what type of light that you're getting. I never invested in it. I've just been taking vitamin D and it's actually been helping me. So the weather's not the worst. It's like a cold front, and then it just drizzles the whole day, and it drizzles or it rains more times than the sun shines. Not the worst, not the best. You don't come to London for the weather. Also, don't let the weather stop you from doing things. Like if you made plans, stick to the plans. Whereas back home, I know if it's like raining and pouring, I'd probably be like, nah. But yeah. Ooh, the last one is here you're spoiled for choice. So I don't know why, but for the life of me, when I came over here, I packed things that weren't necessary. I packed bed sheets. I packed chuckles from Woolies. Um, and I think that was just because I think I even packed Haribos. And it was just like I packed some things thinking that they wouldn't be available here. But you're literally spoiled for choice. There's everything. There's Amazon. Amazon has literally everything and more that you need to search for. You will find it. Bed sheets, you can literally buy it. There's cheaper stores that you don't need to spend as much, being Primark, Wilko. I think those are the main ones I shopped at. Like there's no need for me to pack those things. I probably would want to make a video about like how to pack for London, because I did bring some things that were just not necessary, like sneaker wipes. There was no need for me to bring sneaker wipes, and I actually haven't used them since. But yeah, there's so much variety here, which I love. Like I have so many options of sugar-free cold drinks, so much like a wide selection of sweets, chips. Everything has variety, and it can be overwhelming because you don't know what to choose. I remember the beginning of the year I got frustrated by choosing the wrong, I think it was laundry, what's it, softener. It didn't last as, no, laundry detergent. It didn't last as long as it was supposed to. I was either overusing it or the brand just wasn't good. And it's like you need to learn, like it takes trial and error to realize, okay, this is what works for you, this is what doesn't work, this is what tastes nice, this is what doesn't taste nice. And it's frustrating because sometimes I've had this happen with prawn cocktails. Sometimes you just want prawn cocktails, like the Woolies ones, I know they bang, you know? But then I'm seeing all these different types of prawn cocktails and I am going to be disappointed. And it's frustrating because you sometimes, like, you pay for these things, but then it's not nice, but you have to eat it because that's your pounds. So it's a catch-22. But I do like the amount of variety that I have here. It just feels like endless, man. Like I was looking for a gift for a bridal shower, and someone said, oh, look on Takealot. And then I looked on Takealot and I was like, oh guys, where's the variety? Like, where's the options? So I really appreciate that about being here And would it affect my decision? Probably not, because you don't know what you don't know. But I like that there is variety, and you'll definitely find what you're looking for. So don't feel like you need to bring like hair stuff. They have a lot of hair stuff, yeah. Roll-ons, they have like specific roll-ons that you like. They'll probably have it here. Again, this probably just goes down to packing smart. Like I remember another thing I bought for no reason was Instax mini films. I thought that they were only in South Africa. No, girl, they're worldwide. So you'll be spoiled for choice here. As long as you have money to buy, you can buy. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I've gathered for now. If I do have any more tips or things I wish I knew, I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, that's all for me for now. I forgot to say, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!